You mentioned whey protein, which is one of the two proteins in cow's milk, right? Casein and whey. And I'm curious, a lot of people have a lot of gut distress with whey protein, a lot of bloat, a lot of just, kind of yucky feeling, for lack of better description, when they're taking that in and they just kind of keep guzzling it because they think they need that specific protein from cow's milk. What are your favorite alternatives, if as far as protein powders go, and why is it that whey just wrecks people's guts? I mean, we know about lactose and lactose intolerant, but this, I believe, it's a different reason, right? This is one of the proteins. Why is it so tough on the human gut?
Datsy, I don't know if you're gonna love my answer, but I will
It's just
answer.
gonna cut it out if I don't
Yeah,
like. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, we'll do what we need to do.
Okay.
To answer your second question first, I was gonna say I haven't seen in the scientific literature, I haven't seen that response to whey protein in terms of like GI intolerance. I have seen that in response to milk, which seems to be largely a response to lactose.
Have you seen it with casein? Because I used to have, when I was vegetarian, and my sister and I both had a casein protein, and it did not make us feel good afterward. And my nutritionist said, don't take casein. She didn't like it. She was not vegan.
So I've had the exact same experience personally. Like personally, I tried because I remember back in the day, I remember learning that whey protein, which is true, whey protein is fast digesting and casein is slower digesting. But bodybuilding magazines convinced me when I was like a teenager to then have whey right after my workout and casein right before bed because slow digestion is supposed to like help, they're trying to say the release of amino acids will come throughout the night and whatever. I tried that out for that reason, which turns out it's just not necessary to do. But I tried it out and I had a horrible like GI experience, but I also had a really bad feeling whenever I would eat like cottage cheese or yogurt, like Greek yogurt. So again, just anecdotally, because I think it's really important to distinguish my own personal experience, my own anecdote from what I'm reading in the scientific literature. I think that's super important. My own personal experience is really the same as yours, Alexandra, but I do think that uh, yeah, I mean, I really haven't seen any consistent, compelling data suggesting that isolating these proteins and administering them to people in double-blind, placebo-controlled fashion increases, GI disturbances. I promise, if that comes out, I'll be the first to read it, and I'll be,
The question was if for people that it does, because I know tons of athletes that they just suffer through how they feel after whey. Not saying it's in the literature, but why is that happening to people? The whey, like how does it disturb your gut?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I haven't seen that it does. I haven't seen any literature suggesting that it does in those people who are experiencing that. What I've seen is really I haven't seen data that speak to that.
My friend Fred that works out has it. So are you saying that it could be, it's, even though it's not literature, it's still happening to Fred? So you're saying it could be something else?
All I'm saying is I haven't seen. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to speculate on that because I don't have. I mean, we could try to come up with stuff about how it might differentially affect your gut microbiome and feed certain bacteria preferentially and sort of not nourish other ones. I really don't know. So yeah, I can't speak intelligently or inform with much in an informed way. I can't really
Yeah.
speak much of that. But what
It's
I
not like
can,
we just don't know, like we do with lactose. Like we know why that.
yeah, lactose is so clear. There's
yeah,
like
super
jury
clear.
is in on that one.